Children, how are you? So I think everything is fine. Okay, now today I'm about to introduce a new topic as part of our syllabus. Okay, so it's something about confused words, often confused words often confused. Okay. Hope you are prepared to listen. Now, moving to our next slide. Have a look here. So now see, there are two words here. One word is weak and the other word is weak. Okay, both are pronounced in a similar way. Spelling is different, but the pronunciation is almost similar. We pronounce the same. Both words, though they have different spellings, they are pronounced alike, isn't it? So their meaning is totally different, isn't it? They are very common words, so I need not explain you about these words, but just have a glance. Okay, so we find in English vocabulary, there are many words which we often get confused while speaking them, while pronouncing them, while using them in the sentences. We often get confused. So today I shall teach you about many words which we often get confused while using them it may be in our speaking or in our writing sometimes. Okay, so now, moving to our next slide. Coming to the objectives of this lesson unit, on completing this lesson you will be able to understand the words often confused and make use of the appropriate words, appropriate in the sense suitable words in sentences without getting confused. So these are the objectives of this particular. I hope you will understand the words often confused and you will be able to make use them appropriately. Okay, so moving to our next slide. Weak versus weak. Okay, so now coming to weak, the word weak, it's an adjective, isn't it? It's an adjective and it describes the nouns. If it tells about you that you are weak, then in the sense it is describing the subject there, isn't it? So if you are weak, you are not strong. Weak means that something is without strength or without much power. Okay, I need not tell you because it's a very common term. Okay, common word which we come across. And another weak, though pronounced similar, the spelling is different and it's a noun. It's a measurement of time. 7 days is 1 week, and week can also be used in the word weekday. So this means any day from Monday to Friday or any day that isn't on a weekend. Okay, so these are very common words. So okay, hope you understood this. Now moving to our next slide. Here, have a glance. So this week is something different from that week. Here is a noun, that's an adjective. Okay. Next, moving to our next slide. This is an important word, You students and most of us, we get often confused. So, affect versus effect. A word is affect and the another word which we almost pronounce similarly is effect. Now, look at the actual meaning of these words. So, affect and effect are easy to mix up. So, here's a short version of how to use affect versus effect. So, affect is usually a verb and it means to impact or change. What is effect? To impact or to change. And effect is usually a noun and effect is a result of change. So affect is change and effect is a result of change. For one simple thing you remember. Affect is change, action, it's a verb, and the impact of that affect is effect. And effect is the impact or result of that particular change. Followed? Okay. Now let us use this in the sentences, okay, so that you can understand. Affect versus effect. The decision will not affect the validity of the remaining contract provisions. So if government has taken some decision regarding contract provisions, then about that, the decision will not affect, in the sense will not change the validity of the remaining contract provisions. The resin does not affect the unbroken skin, does not change the unbroken skin. Okay, now coming to the effect in the sense the what is it? The result of that effect is, we say it as effect. The changes had an immediate effect. The changes had an immediate effect. Effect is the impact of that effect. Okay, so like some sort of special effect on a horror movie. Okay, followed? Hope you understood. Now moving to our next slide. So these are the words between and among. Between and among. So when we are supposed to use between when referring to one-to-one relationships. Use between when referring to one-to-one relationships. Negotiations between the member states collapsed last night. Okay, so how they have used because it's referring to the relationship between the two states. Okay, so negotiations between the member states collapsed last night. He drove too quickly between the cars. He drove too quickly between the cars. Now coming to among. Use among when referring to indistinct or non-specific relationships. There wasn't much unity among the council members. She only ever felt comfortable when she was among her friends. She only ever felt comfortable when she was among her friends. Among in the sense many. Okay. So when referring to some non-specific relationships. Okay. In general, when we speak about general, when there are more than two, okay, then we say it as among. Followed. Okay. Now moving to our next slide. Coming to between here. So it is something between the two persons. Okay. Then coming to among, here we find many, isn't it? Okay. Now next, most of you, when you are asked to write a letter to the principal about some TC or issue of conduct certificate or anything like that, because you need many things, isn't it? Once you leave the college or when you join in the college, you are supposed to write many applications there. You have to address definitely the principal of the institution. But I have seen many students who write the spelling of principal wrong. They write this first principle, which is rule or law, instead of writing principle. So here you have to focus on this particular, not all, but few. Necessarily you have to learn, because you often do this mistake. Okay. And also I have seen, so when I ask the students to write about the daily routine, what they do, isn't it? I take snacks in the evening. Instead of writing the spelling snacks, they what do they write the spelling of snakes. Okay, so I laugh at once if I go after going through that, because I have snakes in the sense. Okay, so it's all because vocabulary is something very important that you have to enhance, and whenever you learn, whenever you come across new vocabulary, you have to have keen observation about the spelling, about the pronunciation, about the syllabification, and about the appropriate use of where those words can be used, what meaning actually they convey. So these are something important when you learn any language. Okay, not alone English, but any language. You should be cautious enough, because if you don't have good knowledge of where to use, what to use, when to use, how to use, then you will be committing a great mistake. Okay, followed. Okay, now coming to the spellings, principle versus principle. A principle you have to pronounce. A principle is a rule, a law, a guideline, or a fact, isn't it? It's a rule, a law, a guideline, or a fact. Now coming to a principal. Principal is a headmaster of a school or a person who's in charge of certain things in a company, isn't it? He's a principal man looking after that, we say. He's somebody who feels very responsible, who is the head of the institution or like that. So principal is also an adjective that means original. It's a principal law, we say. It's the principal. Okay, so important in the sense. So it's also an adjective that means original, first, or most important. Okay, it sometimes acts as a noun, and sometimes it can also be an adjective according to the situation or the sentence. Okay, so principle is rule or law or guideline or a fact, while principal is a headmaster of a school or a person who is in charge of certain things in a company. And principle is also an adjective that means original, first, or most important. Followed now. Okay, now moving to our next slide. Look here. So this is a principal. What is it? Mean, head of school, or debt amount. Even isn't it? Principal amount we say. So here, there also you can use, but the spelling you should be cautious enough. And principle it's a rule or a law or a belief. Followed. So this is the difference between principle and principle, though they almost we pronounce them in a similar way. Okay. Now moving to our next slide. Principle. Okay. Principle. Now wrong way, right way, isn't it? Here it's a law. It's a law. Okay, principal. Next, moving to our next slide. She is the principal. Okay, head of some institution, school or college or like that. Okay, next, moving to our next slide. Canvas versus canvas. Canvas versus canvas. So you don't get confused with these words. Now listen attentively or watch the slide. Canvas with one S is always a noun. Canvas with one S is always a noun. It refers to a heavy, coarse, closely woven fabric used for tents and sails. Okay, you might have seen it many times. Okay, so a piece of such fabric on which a painting is executed. Generally, on that only they paint. Okay, painting is executed. A piece of such fabric on which a painting is executed. Okay, then coming to canvas. Canvas with two S. It has a few rare noun meanings, but it is most often used as a verb. It's most often used as a verb. Its main definitions are to examine carefully or discuss thoroughly. What's the meaning? To examine something. Canvas, okay, is to examine something, to examine carefully or to discuss something thoroughly. And to go through an area to solicit votes and to conduct a survey, isn't it? Politicians, they go on a canvas, okay. They are followed by many followers of their particular group or party. Okay, so to conduct a survey or to go through an area to solicit votes and etc. So and examining, to examine carefully or discuss thoroughly also we say it can verb. So most often we use it as adjective rather than as a noun. Followed. Okay, now sorry, most often we use it as verb. I have mistaken it, we use it as a verb, isn't it? So to go now canvassing is an action, okay. So it's a verb. Now moving to our next slide. Here see the picture. This is the canvas on which painting is executed. Followed. Okay, it's made up of a fabric. Now coming to this canvas, politicians they come for vote, isn't it? So here this we say it as canvassing. Canvas, okay. Now moving to our next slide. There versus there. There versus there. There is an adverb meaning that place. There it lies. Okay, so there is a mountain found or something, a temple. Okay, there is an adverb meaning that place, but it is also used as a pronoun introducing a clause or sentence. Look at the example. I love Paris. What is it? I love Paris. I go there every summer. I go there every summer. Here there in the sense Paris, so instead of saying the noun Paris we are using there the word, and it is a pronoun for the word Paris. Okay, so there is an adverb meaning that place, but it's also there is an adverb meaning that place, but it's also used as a pronoun introducing a clause or sentence. Okay, now there, coming to there is a possessive pronoun. It's a pronoun, but it's a possessive pronoun, and it is used to show ownership of a thing or concept. Okay, it shows ownership. Now look here, can we take their car instead? It is telling about the position, their position. Okay, that they have car, isn't it? Their car. Can we take their car instead? Because ours is not smooth. Okay, let me there's some trouble with our car, so can we take their car instead? So there is a possessive pronoun, and it is used to show ownership of something or some concept. Followed. Okay, now moving to our next slide. Dessert versus dessert. Desert versus dessert. Dessert, it's the delicious sweet course after a meal, is spelled with two S's, and dessert, the dry arid land, is spelled with one S. Here's the difference, isn't it? If the word has two S, then we say that dessert is a delicious sweet, okay, which is often taken after a meal, which we place an order. If we go to some hotel, we want a dessert. Do you want some dessert? No, isn't it? The waiter will be asking us. Okay, so then coming to dessert, it is dry arid land, and the spelling is, it has only one S, and it can be used as a noun or a verb. So the above sentence is supposed to be here under this desert, but I didn't notice it. Okay, never mind. Desert can be used as a noun or a verb, and as a noun, desert refers to a dry arid region. As a verb, it means to abandon. He deserted her, he left her, he abandoned her. For that also we say desert. But here desert itself, the spelling is same, but again the meaning is differing. Abandoning is one sort of desert, and arid land is some other sort of desert. Okay, isn't it? You have to be very keen while listening. Now moving to here, this is an example, some ice cream or some sort of sweet which we take after a meal, that we say it as a dessert. Now coming to this desert, Sahara desert, Thar desert, etc. etc. Okay, some arid region. This is a desert. Okay, now coming to pole versus pole. Pole versus pole. Pole is a noun, that means a long, poles, you find many poles. Okay, it's a noun that means a long, round object, and poles are usually made of metal or wood and are often used to support or display things. They are used to support or display things. Okay, sometimes but not always, one end is stuck in the ground, so it sticks up. Okay, now coming to pole, that is different pole which you see, it's a very familiar thing, you see many poles in the ground, etc. Okay, coming to the stadium, you see many. And pole can be a noun or a verb. Here this pole can be a noun, definitely it is a noun, but it can also sometimes be a verb. As a noun, it can mean an activity where a group of people are asked their opinion about something, exit poll, etc. And the quote of the count of votes that have been cast, or the place where people go, isn't it? The place where people go to vote in an election. This poll, the results of the exit poll are likely to be like this. They'll be in a survey, in news, in Republic, or many other channels, NDTV. We listen to that, isn't it? This poll is different. That poll is a metal rod. Okay, that's different. And this poll is, it can be a noun or sometimes a verb. And as a noun, it can mean an activity where a group of people are asked their opinion about something. That poll. Okay, so and the count of votes that have been cast, or the place where people go to vote in an election, that also we call it as a poll. Here double L. Okay, now moving to our next slide. Now this pole, okay, is visible here. On the day of flag hoisting, here we tie the flag to the pole. Okay, long pole, lengthy pole. And here coming to this pole. Followed here, see how many are against or for. Okay, so if how many are supporting me, that taking the opinion, seeking the opinion, that also we say it as poll. They are raising hands towards the decision. Okay, so favoring that particular decision. Okay, this poll is about voting. Follow? Okay, now moving to our next slide. Sight versus sight. So sight is a noun that refers to the ability to see things. Okay, it is an ability to see things. In this sense, it is a synonym of vision. It is a synonym of what? Vision or eyesight. Followed. Sight is a noun that refers to the ability to see things. In this sense, it is a synonym of vision or eyesight. Followed. Okay, now moving to our next slide. Now this sight, it's a noun. It's some place, it's about some place. This is a noun, and sight is a noun, and that means place. We use it especially in formal context, or when we are talking about the place where something important happened. This happened at that particular site, and that site is located there, we say, isn't it? So site is a noun that means place, and we use it especially in formal context, or when we are talking about the place where something important happened. Followed? Look at the site. Next, moving to our next slide. Forward versus forward. Forward and forward. It's all about forward and forward. Look here, forward. An introduction at start of a book. In the beginning of a book, you see the forward, isn't it? After going through the forward only, then we have to further proceed. So an introduction at start of a book. And a foreword is typically written by a person other than the main author. It's written by a person who is not the author, okay, other than the main author. When written by the main author, it is called a preface. If at all, if the main author writes something, then we say it as a preface, okay. And here foreword is generally written by a person who is other than the main author. And coming to forward. So forward means, the direction or in front of you, or more simply ahead, going ahead, moving ahead, we say it as going forward, isn't it? So figuratively, it can also mean onward, so as to make progress, even on a project or task that doesn't involve actual travel. Always moving friend, okay, moving further, moving in the direction of front of you. The exact antonym of backward we say it as moving forward, okay, and that is forward, introduction at start of a book, which we see. And coming to here, example, look here, you can see it. So this is the forward, is the front page of the book, okay, and this is looking always towards forward direction, that we said as forward, moving forward. Now here are many often confused words, because just so that I wanted you to know many often confused words, so I have here introduced many words. Now you please listen to them carefully and retain them in your brain, and wherever necessary, you can make you the best use of those words in your daily conversations, okay, in your writing also, in your speaking also, in all the LSRW, okay. Now coming to often confused words 1. Look here. So it may not be visible to you. So now I think it's okay. So here, look here. The first word is accept and accept. Accept almost appear to be same, but no, they are different. So accept in the sense agree to receive or do. When you accept something, in the sense you are agreeing that, agreeing that, or to receive something or to do something, you have accepted, you have expressed your agreement, isn't it? So agree to receive or do, that we say it as accept. And accept you, I like all except you, in the sense, because you never work hard. I like all in the class except you. If teacher says like that, then except is not including. Except in the sense not including, other than you, in the sense, okay. Then coming to unfair, here adverse and averse. Adverse conditions, adverse, and then averse conditions, okay. Here adverse in the sense unfavorable or harmful. Okay, they are not favorable. If the situations are not favorable, we say it as adverse conditions are prevailing. Now just like because of this pandemic, now everywhere adverse situations are being prevailing. Okay, so here we see it is something unfavorable, which is not favoring us, or something which is deadly, or something which is harmful. So unfavorable or harmful, we say them as adverse. And coming to averse, strongly disliking or opposed to. Yes, we don't like this, we are averse towards this situation, because as the situations are adverse, we are averse to this situation, isn't it? So we strongly dislike this situation of pandemic, or opposed to, we are opposing this. So we wonder how many days we have to suffer like this, okay, isn't it? Now coming to third word, advice. What are they? Advice. Okay. Now coming to the advice. What is it? Recommendation of what to do. Recommendation of what to do. I advise you to do like this, because then you will become well settled in your life. You will be good. Okay. So you have to work hard, then only you can succeed. If we say like that, so what to do, if we say like that, that becomes a piece of advice. Followed. Now advice. Recommend something. I advise you to go there, to take those pills, like that, okay. Advise, recommend something. Then affect. We have discussed just now, isn't it? Affect once again. So change or make a difference to, that we say it as affect. Affect is change or make a difference to. And coming to effect is a result to bring about the change. The result of that effect is effect. The result of the effect is, okay, result of the effect is effect. Followed. Effect is a result, or to bring about a result. Okay. Next coming to aisle. Here is silent and aisle. Okay. So passage between rows of seats. It's a passage between rows of seats, that we say it as aisle. Okay. Then an island. This is what? An island. Okay. But almost they are pronounced similar way. Aisle, aisle. Okay. Next, all in one place or all at once, all together. If there is some space between all and together, okay, if there are two words, spelling is same, but almost an additional L is inserted here. So if it is like this, all together, then in the sense all in one place or all at once. All in one place or all what? At once. And coming to altogether, altogether, completely or on the whole. Altogether I have completed. Altogether I can say that. Okay. So here altogether in the sense what it says, completely or on the whole. On the whole. Then coming to along. What is it? Along. Along in the sense moving or extending horizontally. Moving or extending horizontally. On. Okay. That we say it as along. A long refers to something of great length. It's a long, we say. Okay, so refers to something of great length. Followed. Now coming to aloud. Aloud. What is it? Out loud, shouting loud. We say it as aloud. Why are you shouting aloud? We say. So, out loud. And then allowed, permitted. What is it? This is allowed. The spelling is totally different. He is allowed to come. He is allowed to come. Okay, allowed in the sense permitted. Permitted. Then coming to altar. Altar. Sacred table. Sacred table in a church. Sacred table in a church. We say it as altar. Is some sacred table in a church. And altar is something changed. To change something. We need to alter it. We need to alter it. Change something. Or don't you have any other alternate? You are saying you can't come to the college. Don't you have any alternate? Can't you find some way to come to the college? Like that. Okay. Alter is to change something. Followed. And this altar is a sacred table in a church. Then coming to amoral. 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 Immoral. Amoral. Immoral. So unconcerned with right or wrong. Unconcerned. Least bother. Okay. Unconcerned with right or wrong, then we say it as amoral. And immoral is not following moral standards. Something that rule is very immoral or something like that. Immoral, not following moral standards. Not following moral standards. Immoral. Okay. Now coming to the next word. Appraise or apprise. Appraise. Apprise. Okay. To assess. Appraising is to assess something. Okay. To assess. And here apprise, inform someone. Inform someone. Okay. Now coming to assent and assent. Both are pronounced in a similar way, but spelling are different. Assent, assent, assent. Time of assent, time of dissent, you see. Okay. Assent is agreement or approval. Assent. Agreement or approval. Followed. Agreement or approval. And this assent, rising or climbing up. Rising. You know, the projectile motion or we see many. Time of ascent, time of descent, isn't it? So, ascent is what? Rising or climbing up. Then coming to oral, oral. Oral, oral. Okay. Oral in the sense, what is oral? Relating to something ears or hearing, that we say it is something oral. Okay. Relating to ears or hearing, we say it as oral. And oral in the sense relates to the mouth or some spoken words. Oral presentation. So relates to the mouth or spoken word. Then coming to balmy. Balmy. And here this is also pronounced similar way. Balmy. Balmy, balmy. So this balmy is, it is pleasingly warm. What is it? Pleasingly warm. And this is foolish. Foolish or crazy. If you go foolish or crazy, we can say it as balmy. Followed now. So this is a very unfamiliar word. Okay. Then coming to bear, bear. Bear, bear. Okay, so this bare is naked or to uncover. If something is naked, we say it as okay, bare. Okay, now this one bear, this bear to carry, he can bear it. So though that is heavy, he can bear it. We say bear in the sense to carry or put up with something. To carry or put up with something. Followed. Next, baited, baited. Both are pronounced similarly. Baited, baited. Baited, baited. In the sense, look here. Hold in great suspense. Hold in great suspense is baited. Hold in great suspense. Okay. Next, this baited is with bait attached. With bait attached. Okay. Now coming to bazaar. Okay. Bazaar. Here it is a market in the Middle East. We say it as bazaar. Follow. Now the bazaar. Bazaar. We say. And here strange. Something strange. Something strange. Okay. Now next. This is birth and birth. 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 Birth in the sense a sleeping bunk in a ship or train. A sleeping bunk in a ship or train. We say it as berth. Birth. Okay. Then this birth is what it is? Emergence of a baby from a womb, isn't it? So if some baby is born from a womb, out of a womb, then emergence of some baby from a womb, we say it as birth. Now coming to born. Born. Born and born. Okay. The spellings are different. And here it is what it is here. Having started a life. Having started a life is born. Having started a life. And this born is carried away. It's airborne. It's airborne disease. Isn't it? It's airborne disease, soil-borne disease, waterborne disease, we say. Here, carried. What it is? Carried. Okay. So these are many words. There are many words which we get often confused. Hope you understood all these words, and there are many more to discuss. We shall. Now coming to some more words. Some more words. Bow, bow. Okay. Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, bow, bow. Bow, bow is branch of a tree. Branch of a tree and front of a ship or bend or to bend the head. Front of a ship or to bend the head. Bowing. Okay. So next, break, break. Okay, break, break. It's a very familiar word. Break, break. Device for stopping something. Device for stopping something. And this break, you know, what is it? Pause or separate into pieces. Breaking into some pieces. Okay, pause or separate into pieces, that we say it as break. And that break, you know, to stop something, you have to apply a break, isn't it? Next, break through or break a rule. Breach, breach, breach. Breach and breach. Both the spellings are different. And this breach is, what is it? Break through or break a rule. Next, this breech is back part of a gun barrel. Back part of a gun barrel, we say it as breech. Okay. Now broach, broach. Broach, broach. In the sense, this broach is raise a subject for discussion. Okay. Broach. Raise a subject for discussion. Followed. And this brooch is piece of jewelry. What is it? Piece of jewelry. Okay, followed. Now coming to canvas, canvas. Canvas, canvas. Okay, coming to this canvas. Strong type of cloth, mostly fabric. Okay, just now we have come across it. What is it? Canvas. Canvas in the sense strong type of cloth. And next, canvas. Seek someone's vote. Seek someone's vote. That we say it as what? Canvassing. Canvas, we say. Canvassing, we know. We use it. Okay? But the spelling here, you should be cautious enough. And coming to censure, censor. Okay, now the censor, strongly criticize, and here coming to censor, ban something or someone who does happening, who does ban something or someone who does, okay, ban something or someone who does, censor cut, we say many films before after clean sheet only they will be released. Censor, okay, ban something or someone who does, okay, when something is done or someone does something, that will be okay, erased, okay, that is censor. Now next, cereal, cereal. Here cereals we take as breakfast, isn't it? Breakfast food or edible grain. Breakfast food or edible grain. Followed. And this is cereal. Happening in a series. When something happens in a series, then we say it as a serial. Okay. Now chord. And chord in the sense, group or musical notes, we call them as a chord. Musical chord. Musical notes, a group or musical notes, generally we call them as chord. And this chord, length of string. This chord is length of string. Followed. Length of string. Now next, climactic and climatic. Here, creating a climax. And this climatic relating to the climate. Now coming to course. Okay. This is very important. Course. Course, what is this course? Rough. When something is rough or uneven, we say it as course. When something is rough or uneven, we say something is, then course, we say course. And coming to this course, so direction, school or subject, part of meal. Okay. It is some course. We get enrolled ourselves in some course. So that we say it as, okay, in course of time also we say, and it's a part of meal. Okay, so there are three different meanings for this course. And then complacent in the sense, what is it? Smug or self-satisfied is a complacent personality. Then complacent, willing to please. Yes, willing to please. Okay, next, okay, coming to council. What is it? Council. And council. Here council is what? A group that manages or advises. We say them as a council. A group that manages or advises. And this counseling. Advise or to what? Give some suggestion like that. Okay, that we say it as counsel. Look here. Advise or to advise. Okay, next. Then coming to Q, you often get confused with this word. The other day I have told you the spelling given. Okay, this Q is something different from, though they are pronounced similarly, this Q is something different from that Q. Which Q? The first Q is CUE. Signal to act or a wooden rod. Okay, signal to act or a wooden rod. And here actually it is a hint. Okay, then Q, row of people, they stand in a queue. Row of people or vehicles, if put in a row, we say it as a queue. Okay, next, curb. What is it? Curb. So one is beginning with C and the other with the K, but you have to be keen, very keen. Okay, curb in the sense limit or keep something in check. So they curb, that fellow, he curbs her, like that. Okay, so limit or keep something in check. And this curb is stone edge of pavement. Okay, road, pavement, that we say it as curb. Now coming to current. Okay, current. Now what is it? Dried grape. Okay, dried grape, we say it as current. So never I have heard that word. Dyed grape is current, and current, electricity happening. That is another word. Okay, happening now, current things, current news we say happening now, or flow of fluid also, and electricity is also in the another synonym for that. Then diffuse or diffuse. Diffuse is another word, and diffuse is another word. Diffuse in the sense make a situation less tense. That we say diffusing. And diffuse is spread over wide area, like perfume, some perfume. Okay, within no time it is spread over a wide area, and that we say it as diffuse. And coming to desert. This we have covered. Desert in the sense waterless, empty area, or abandoning is also saying deserting. That is also what? Abandoning. And this desert is sweet course of a meal. We say it as desert. Okay. Now coming to discreet in the sense what it is? Careful. Okay, careful not to attract attention. Careful not to what? Attract attention. And this one, discreet, is what it is? Separate and distinct. Separating. Okay, and distinct in the sense separating, we say it as discreet. Okay, followed? Okay. Now moving to our next slide. Here are some more words. Disinterested in the sense not interested. Okay, so impartial. What is it? Impartial. Coming to here, what is it? Uninterested. Both mean almost the same. Okay, not interested. Then coming to what it is? Drought, draft. Okay, so now here what it is? Current of air. And next, draft. First version of a piece of writing. When you write something, then that we say it is a draft. Later we do editing, and finally we refine it, and finally we send it or something, mail, or it may be anything, and we don't send it, it will become a draft. Okay, any draft should be in an well organized way, isn't it? So first version of a piece of writing, we say it as a draft. Then coming to draw. So even score at the end of a game, when the two participants or many participants at a time, if they get even score, then we say it as the match is draw. Okay, then drawer, sliding storage compartment. Yes, under the table we see it. Next, duel in the sense having two parts. Anything having two parts, we say it as duel. And this duel, contest between two participants. Duel, some contest between two participants, we say it as duel. Now illicit in the sense, what is it? Illicit. Okay, draw out a reply or reaction, waiting for some reply or reaction from the other person. So he is waiting to elicit. Okay, so now draw out a reply or reaction. Illicit, not allowed by law or against rules. Okay, not allowed by law or against rules. Now coming, ensure in the sense make certain something happens. Okay, we want to make sure of something, we say it as ensure it. Or what is it? Ensure in the sense make certain something happens, make certain that something happens. And ensure, prearrange to get compensation. Insurance we do, isn't it? We insure our lives, so prearrange to get some compensation if we accidentally die. Then envelope, cover or surround something, it's a verb. Envelope something, we are saying. And envelope here is a noun, and envelope, okay, action, we are saying we say it as, okay, cover or surround something, we say it as a verb. Envelope, paper, container, For a letter, that we say envelope. Followed. Now coming to exercise. Spellings are different. So exercise, we do exercises daily physically. So those exercises are physical activity exercise, and this exercise is drive out an evil spirit. Driving out an evil spirit. Okay. Next, fawn. This fawn is, here young deer or light brown color. Okay, young deer we say it as fawn, and here this fawn, mythical part, man part, goat being. Okay, mythical part, man part, goat being. Next, flaunt. Okay, flaunt. Here display ostentatiously, that is like this, and flaunt, disregard a rule or law. Next, okay, flounder, okay, more clumsily or having some difficulty. Here starter of something we say, or some metal caster or something, who finds something we say him as founder. Then forbear, okay, forbear or forbear. Okay, look here, it is refrain from something, keeping you away from something. And then forbear, ancestor. What do we call it as? Ancestor. Next, this we have completed. Forward. What is it? Forward, introduction at the start of a book, that written by the author only, we say it as a forward to that particular book. And forward is onwards or ahead, moving ahead. Then freeze, turn into ice. We say it as freeze. And phrase, decoration along a wall, that also we say it as phrase. Okay, never I have heard this word. Okay, next, grisly, gruesome or revolting. Gruesome or revolting. Okay, next coming to grizzly, type of bear. Okay, then hoard, stock or stash of money or things. Okay, stock of money, that's hoard. And hoard is large crowd of people. What's that? Large crowd of people. Then coming to imply, infer. Instead of using this word, we may use, there's a possibility for us to use the other word. So we have to get enough knowledge about this. Often words confused. Confused words often confused. Okay. Now coming to here, indirectly suggest something. Imply is what? What is imply? Indirectly suggest something. And infer, draw a conclusion from, inferring something out of that. Okay. Then loath. What is it? Reluctant or unwilling. And here, to hate someone or something. And then lose, we say lose. Then here it is set free or unfasten. What is it? Lose. Okay, set free or unfasten. Lose, be deprived of or fail to win. He lost the match, we say. Okay, there's a possibility for us to lose the match, like that. Then again, next, often confused words. Okay, this is the fourth category, but there is no certain category, but I have included them in 4 different slides. Now coming here, it's meter. Look at the spelling. Measuring device, unit of distance. And meter, metric unit of length or, okay, metric unit of length or rhyme in verse. Okay, sometimes you measure the length rhyme in verse by this word. Okay, next coming to here, it is militate and mitigate. We get confused. Militate and mitigate. What is it? Militate and Militate in the sense powerful factor in prevention. Powerful factor in prevention, we say it is militate, and mitigate, make less severe. Okay, next. Okay, palate, roof of the mouth, we say it is palate. Okay, palate we say. Okay, then here board for mixing colors, palate, this is board for mixing colors. Then pedal, foot operated lever, that we said is a pedal, isn't it? We see for cycle. Then pedal, to sell goods or services, she's pedaling. Okay, to sell goods or services. Then here pole, this we have covered already, but still long slender piece of wood, we say it as pole. And this pole, vote in an election, that we say it as a pole, vote in an election. Okay, now coming to pour. Okay, so flow of water or something, flow or cause to flow, that we say it as pour. This pour is tiny opening or closely study. So I could find a pore like that, and the skin, tiny opening or closely study. Okay, then next here, practice in the sense use of idea or method, some medical business. Okay, some medical, so medical practice, we say any practice, any some idea, implementing some idea, some method, we say it as practice. And this practice, what is it? Gain skill by repetition, gaining skill by repetition, that we say it as practice. Okay, now coming to prescribe. Okay, here authorize use of medicine. On the prescription of some doctor, we take the medicines and we use them, isn't it? So authorize use of medicine. And this prescribe officially, it's for officially forbidding something officially, that we say it as, what we say it as, prescribe. Okay, now coming to principle, this we have covered, but still head of school or most important principle. Then principle, fundamental rule or a belief. Then coming to here, septic, and this is septic. So septic in the sense what it is, person inclined to doubt something, he is septic. Person always he is inclined to doubt something, his septic personality, we say septic. And the septic infected with some bacteria, when some injury occurs, okay, then it happens, it becomes septic, infected with some bacteria. Then sight over, ability to see sight, and this sight is location or some place. And stationary, not moving, it remains stationary. Okay, the stationary is writing materials, followed. Then story. Okay, how many story building, we say the level of a building. And the tale or account story. Then in the sense here introduces an element for comparison. Then, I told you, in the comparative degree, we compare two things or two persons or two objects or two places like that, isn't it? Then the word followed by the root word will be here, there. In the positive degree, we see something, and to that we have to add and followed by than, I told you, isn't it? So it introduces an element for comparison, followed. Next, then in the sense what it is, at that time, then I was there. When that accident or something happened, I was there then. Then in the sense at that time. Then coming to there, this we have completed already, but still we have to discuss that place or position. That place, okay? That place or in, at, or, to that place or position, we say there. And there belongs to or associated with. There, it's something position, okay? Belongs to or associated with. Okay, next. Titillate. Okay, what is it? Titillate. Arouse some interest. Okay, arousing some interest, we say it as titillate. And then titillate, we don't need such words because they are very hard, but only few because unfamiliar words we come across, but still because we have enough time we have to. Then titivate, make more attractive. Titivate in the sense make more attractive. Then to in the sense here, what is it? Look here. Oh, slide is moving too often, I can't set it. Okay, to express motion or in direction of. Okay, now here to, in addition to, or in addition to that higher degree, I want to pursue another, like that. If you say to, we say, okay, this to is express motion or in direction of. Next, torturous, okay. So complex or full or twist, complex or full or twist, and this torturous is suffering or full of pain, Next, wrath, okay. Here ring shaped flower arrangement, we say it as wrath, and this wrath we say it as surround or encircle something, okay, followed. Surround or encircle something, okay. So these are the words which we often get confused, and hope you understood them a lot. Now coming to the activity, here I have given an activity. Look at the slide. Choose one of the words in brackets to fill the gap. Alex was to or two, you have to appropriately use them. And excited to sleep. Alex was excited to sleep. The sugar had a negative dash effect or effect, you think and feel, okay, on the science experiment. And the gas prices continue to rise. Do you accept or expect payment by credit card? She gave me some excellent advice about my career, okay. Now moving to the next slide, here is the assignment. So write 5 sentences using the words often confused. I want you to write only just 5 sentences using the words often confused. So we get confused between 2 words. Two words appear similar, but their pronunciation may be same, but their spelling will be different. So at a time you have to use those 2 words. So totally I should see 10 words, and you have to frame sentences, and also if possible you have to write the meanings also of those particular words and make sentences with those words. Totally I should see 10 sentences, okay. Now thank you children for your patient listening. I hope you understood much about. We have come across many words which we often get confused, isn't it? So thank you for your patient listening. So we shall meet in the next class with some other topic, okay. Thank you.